Hi there. How you mob doing? Whoops. A bit of volume in the background. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I was experimenting with starting with my intro, but I don't know if StreamYard liked sharing my Windows Media Player screen. It seemed to come up a little bit, but it might have been a bit sketchy. Was it sketchy? It seems sketchy. Yeah, who we got? We got Bob Kaler, Joe Munoz, Jess Shrimp Granny, Sandra Bennett, Calypso in the house, Fish Freak. How you going, bro? Good to see you, man. I'm quite well. Quite well indeed. Something sketchy? Righto. We'll try not to right, interesting. Oh, hang on. Stop screen of me or the intro video thing. Jess, that's poor preparation. You can't drink all your drinks before my stream comes on. How are you going to have a beverage with Blacky? I've got no drinks. 44. Dan Slee. Tim G. How are we all? Don't say maybe, Jess. Like Perth Cichlid says, if you want more drinks, get more drinks. Let's have another crack at that, just for shits and giggles. Share audio, application window. This is all, we're still just testing this nonsense, see how it works. Why has it not come up in my list? Drop back down there a sec. Oh, hang on. I have to have it up, do I? Interesting. That one. That one. And let me make her a wee bit smaller. Does that go any better? Candy overalls. How are you, love? Good to see you in. Thanks for popping in. Now, what about this time? Any audio? I don't want to stuff around fiddling with this too much, but it's such a pretty intro. It's a shame not to share it with my mumbly vocals on it as well. Go back the other way. Oh, crikey. Looks a mess. I might just can that. Go on, back. Poop. Technical difficulties. I'll log a something or other with StreamYard and see what I can find out. Yeah, that's a good idea, 44. Get your beverage. You hear me fine, but did you have audio on the little colourful video thing, Bob? Cheers, everyone. Happy Tuesday night, I guess, in your neighbourhoods, most of your neighbourhood. Middle of Wednesday here, middle of the day. of the middle of the weekday. And I'm trying to cover up that glare. Doesn't really help. I'm quite well, thanks, Mr. Ward. I'm pushing through, surviving, but we'll get by. Where are you, Tim? You're a Melbourne lad, aren't you? Down the south side of the country. He'll be around, Joe. He'll be around. Well, you gotta play with new lenses, Dan, to learn how they work. You might as well chuck a whole bunch on Insta and get people's feedback. Nothing like fiddling around with lenses till you work them out. Like all new toys, they've got to be played with. So get into it. Inner western suburbs. Yeah, right. So like Reservoir, somewhere like that. No, that's one of the only places I know in Melbourne. So it's my go-to. I think that's north side anyway, isn't it? So what's everyone's week entailed? I don't know if people remember, but wrong shoulder, Blacky. This fish tank behind me, the hood, used to have a whole bunch of crap along the top. But I had to pull a piece of wood out of there the other day to go in the tank over there, because when I put cichlids in this tank, they're going to kill all my plants, and I've got a couple of nice little ones on that piece of wood that I needed to keep. But I had to take the hood off to get the wood out. So I thought while I had that hood off, I'd install a second 4-foot LED batten in the hood itself so I can get rid of the fluoro light off it, save a little bit of electricity. Unfortunately, I did not video that. That would have been an exciting video, no doubt. But yeah, 2 LEDs wired up by an electrician. Not really, but you know, it says you've got to have it done by an electrician, so it was done by an electrician. Yeah, well, it's hard to see in there, but you know, got a bit of glare. It mostly looks like I've got macadamia trees and cow paddocks in my fish tank. That'd be interesting. Oh, I've got a couple others rolling in. Rounded Rob, Fishy Biz. How are you, fellas? Did I miss anyone? Altona, I've heard of that suburb. Timmy G, I've heard of that suburb. How you going, Fishy Biz? I enjoyed your little stream yesterday. Sorry for in and out, bit of in and out, but you know, I hung about till almost the end. Oh, nice, right. I see what you're saying, Jess. Your man is going to drop you to the shop to pick up your slop. Put that on a shirt, Fizzy Biz. Fizzy Biz. What was I saying about? Yeah, the lights. That's right. Put new lights in a new light. Wired them up in parallel, because you can do that with LEDs without overloading a plug. And then had to take the hood off that tank to get the big piece of wood in. And being a considerably smaller tank, the wood didn't fit, did it? So I went through all that effort and ended up having to take to the piece of wood with a saw, which I don't know if anyone's ever done that before, but it's a bit a bit heart-wrenchy sometimes when you've got to cut a really lovely piece of driftwood up into a couple of different pieces. But, you know, you do what you got to do to make stuff fit in a tank, innit? So it's all in. That tank's rescaped. Got to do a little bit more fiddling around. Move some shrimp. I've still got... I've got to get used to this, moving this finger there, lean that way, and you can point at the right place, Blacky. Yeah, there's like a bajillion red cherry shrimp in there that I've got to start moving around. Some will go over there, some will go in the tank inside. I did, I don't know if people will get cranky at me, but I fed some to my little Feste cichlid. People do use red cherry shrimp as feeders because they are quite the colour enhancing food. And Feste being a red fish or an orange fish, I thought, yeah, why not? I've kind of got a few extras. I might as well chuck a few in for food. It was quite funny to watch him chase them because they're quite little swift animals, the cherry shrimp. And they have a predator happening upon them. They get out the way pretty quick. So yeah, I'm not sure if he's an awesome predator when it comes to things that are still alive. Bloodworms, you know, he predates them like there's no next Thursday, but something that's living and can kick out the way wasn't so good. But in saying that, there are no cherry shrimp left in his tank. Beverage is up, people. Happy Beverage Day. What else? Someone else tell me a story. What's what can I tell a story about? Hey, Night Girl. How did I... Oh, right. I'm like way up in the chat. Chat's not automatically scrolling. Night Girl is here. Chewy's here. G'day, Chewy. How are you, mate? Hugs back at you, Night Girl. Excuse me while I catch up on this scrolling bizzo. I think I might... Oh, Passion for Pets. How are you, love? I've got to say, Passion and Night Girl, I haven't hit you guys' streams a bit at all lately. I've been a little bit busy doing other things, but I shall definitely make a point of trying to get in. I've got to check out some of your gaming stuff, Night Girl. 240s. Fishy Biz knows all about that. Crystal, how are you, love? Great to see you. Chattanooga Ed in the house. Dr. S in the house. Sorry while I catch up on this scrolly bizzo, people. It's rolling out of control. Oh, I don't feel ignored. Passion for Pets. I'm slowly catching up. Slowly definitely being the operative word. Jezda. How are you going, Jez? Haven't seen you for a while, man. What's been going on in your world? What'd you go with, Tim? Black? Good old black backgrounds? Once you go black background, you don't come back ground. Something like that. Amber Bazodi, how are you today? Awesome to have you in the house. Dinks. Yeah, it's Dinks over here, all right. Does that mean you've already been and back again, Jess? In the time it's taken me to almost catch up to the chat? I've nearly caught up. I'm nearly at the bottom of the chat window. Black ground, don't come back round. Yeah, that's a better one. Much better way of putting it. You always were a better rhymer than me, Fishy Biz. Monica Lynn, how are you? Good to see you in. Thanks for stopping in. Bye. Joining us. All of those adjectival type words. Amber, it seems quite phonetic, really. If I said Bezodi, or maybe it was just my accent. I imagine, or have I've probably just said it wrong this time, have I? Bezzotti? No, I'm pretty sure I said Bezodi. Where does that originate from? Italian or Spanish? I'm going to go with Italian. By an unstable connection. I guess it restabilized because I'm back again. What happens if I... I'll get 3 bars if I hold it up there. Oh, look at that colour too. Looks like I've been to Donald Trump's tanning salon. But if I put it down there, I drop signal. Anyway, hopefully I can just keep going. We'll push through anyway. Hey, Punchy, how are you today? I wouldn't. I know my checkered past. Hey, Raleigh, how are you, man? Bless you too, sir. Someone mentioned Rage Against the Machine before. Yes. Haven't they gotten back together and doing some touring or something? I don't know if they're doing a new record, but I thought I heard something about them reuniting and making some new music. I mean, touring the old music, probably. That's all they do it for, really, isn't it? All these older bands. Bank balance runs a bit low. Let's get the gang back together. Go and play for people with wallets full of dollar notes. Dollar bill, yo. Like Limp Bizkit. They've been doing it for a few years now. Cashing back in. Their guitar player who chooses not to wear pants anymore. Just plays in underpants or Speedos. Yeah, it might be worth a Google up there, Monica. I'm sure they were one of the ones that I heard were doing it all again. Yeah, I think Rage Against the Machine will always be interesting to people. What's going on out there? It's the middle of winter here, but all the birds and stuff are starting to act like it's spring already. Lots of breeding stuff going on. Males fighting, showing off for the girls. Snakes coming out of the woodwork, so to speak. I haven't really set a direction today, Raleigh. It's quite aimless. Let's kick something off. What you got, fish keeping? The floods? Isn't there floods in New York or something? Pseudomystus siamensis. I'm not familiar with this name. I'm assuming it'll be an Asian catfish, Southeast Asian, unless the siamensis refers to its coloration. 265 watching. That's interesting. Yeah, he was, Monica. He wasn't enjoying that at all, but yeah, I believe my theory was that he was sleeping where an ant's nest was, and then all of a sudden all of the ants decided to swarm, lots of winged ones. So generally when you get a bunch of winged ants coming out of a nest, they're off to start new colonies elsewhere. And all of a sudden they were out and they were all over him. So he took off pretty quick away from the ants. And that bit where he took off from the high shelf and fell about 4.5 feet and then another 2 feet, that was a little bit frightening. For him, I mean. But yeah, he survived. He tucked himself into a corner and was gone the next day. That was funny, actually, because I was going out to the shed to get the saw to cut my piece of driftwood up. And there was this snake coming down the wall. So I ducked back and get my camera. And by the time I came back, he was up the roof. And there was it was fated that I videoed him because there was a ladder right behind me. Oh no, he was practicing running away from all the ants climbing all over his face and probably biting his eyes. But yeah, we got a few little different types of microbats around here. He'll definitely eat them if they catch them. They are the carpet snakes. They are an arboreal, however you want to say it, species. So they do spend a lot of their time in trees, up high. But yeah, opportunistic feeders. They'll basically eat anything warm that comes across their face. What are you doing? Little butcher bird. They're pretty awesome birds. G'day, Jenna Randolph. How are you today? Thanks for stopping in. Oh, we got a Night Girl raid going on, have we? Bring it on. We likes to get raided. This isn't Minecraft. Or what's that other one? Rust. Anyway, whatever they are. Certainly wasn't one of my best snake videos, but you know, any snake video is a good video in my mind. My failing was that I didn't pick him up. Take a couple of bites for the views, you know. Sell the blood for the views. No, the recent video was just a carpet python 44, non-venomous, and only a little guy too, probably only 90 centimetres, 3 foot long, probably a baby from last year. Butcherbirds are very cool, Candy. We have at least one family of them that hangs out here Actually, they'll stroll into the house as well because they get fed on the regular here. They get nice, fresh mincemeat. It's not very good for their skills, but they still wander around the house all day long, hunting their own food, and what they get fed is supplementary to their dietary intake. But yeah, they're quite happy to wander into the house, go and sit on the backs of chairs to say, excuse me, where's my food? I'd like my food. That's a good idea, Monica. Dancing videos. My original idea for a YouTube channel was actually a dancing channel, but I thought better of it because I can't dance. It was just going to be a foolish comedy channel. Potentially I could, drop in the occasional foolish dancing video on my YouTube channel. Don't know if it'd be very popular though. I don't like that at all, Fishy Biz. I don't think you should be killing snakes because that's when most people get hurt by snakes, is when they're trying to kill them. Walk away, let it do its thing, be the bigger man. Only a small man needs to kill a snake with a shovel. G'day, Babs. How are you, fella? Thanks for stopping in. Wouldn't be a live stream without Pabs here. And that's the safest thing to do, Fishy Biz. Walk away from the snake and go and change your soiled trousers. No one needs to smell that. We can dance if we want to. Do, 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 do. How'd you go, Jess? Get those foldies? Foldies? Chewy, we've been through this. Venomous. I'm not sure if there's any poisonous snakes. I mean, probably are if you eat their venom glands. That might affect you a bit. Let's just try and only meander around in reality, Biz. As soon as you go wafting off onto the scare factors of fiction, then you're always going to be fearful of them. What about Megapython versus Gatoroid? Gatoroid, was it? If everyone thought they were that big, no one would ever go into the bayou. Yeah, who'd cheat on Justin? The poor guy. I bet he struggled to find another girl after her. Oh, no foldies. Just a six-pack. It's probably the same amount of liquid in 240s and a six-pack, isn't it? I would imagine, roughly. He cried a river. Oh, that's right. We're talking Justin Timberlake, aren't we? What was his that record with? I think there's something. That song was awesome. That whole album actually was really good. I mean, I'm a heavy metal guy, but that Justin Timberlake album, I forget what it was called. Fantastic album. Had so many good songs on it. Yeah, you probably are, Jess. smoke them if you got them. Who needs kip? Pabs, eh? What time is it over there? On the north side of the England. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no. You northeast or southeast? Probably southwest, now that I've said those two out loud. What's Crown XO? Fish Freak? Is that some kind of beer? I mean, we have Crown Lager over here, but I'm guessing it's a different brand or breed. Man, this butcher bird's busy around here at the minute. So soft, fishy beers. Oh, right. I thought you were saying you were going, but then I realised Crown is a cognac. Crown Royal. So Fish Freaks sucking yaks tonight. Or sipping yaks. Is it sipping yaks or sucking yaks? No, hang on. Fish Freak sips the yaks. Fishy Biz sucks the yaks. Is that how it goes? I'm so confused. Yeah, see, I think everyone missed that. I don't think Fishy Biz is going. He's got too much cognac to drink. And Fish Freak is just saying he's going to get fired up and amped for Bizzo once he gets a little bit more of that Crown Royal into his belly. I'd like a nice IPA, Rounded Rob. I don't know what a Voodoo Ranger is. I do like a nice IPA. Although they do, they make me a bit gaseous out the bottom end the next day. Right. Got it. I thought it was out for the 7th time. You know, I haven't heard anything recently, Monica by Justin Timberlake, but when that I can't remember what the album was called. I had a couple. Well, actually, I really liked the whole album, and I used to play the heck out of it. There's a few pop albums like that I destroyed. Used to love listening to. Natasha Bedingfield's first album was splendid. Kylie Minogue's Fever album, brilliant. I used to listen to a lot of pop music when I was doing an awful lot of music production, and a lot of the pop albums have exquisite music production and skills, so good to listen to just to get ideas and I don't know, a bit of learning perhaps. Tim, he'd be on the Crowns that I was talking about. Good old Crown Lager in there. Basically VB in a fancy bottle, isn't it? Tastes a little bit nicer than VB, I guess. Can you hear my birds? Oh, they're not my birds, but thousands of birds around here. Blessed being in the bush. I mean, I wonder, can I move this without destroying everything? And excusing the messes. There's a bit of mess, there's a bit of fish tank. Bush out there. I can't see anymore. Bush out there. Bush out there. I'm basically surrounded by bush. And that paddock out the back, Poor pardon me. 3 days ago, had 4 foot tall grass in it. It was very, 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 very tall and thick. And they slashed it, as in mowed it. I don't know what you call it. It's probably called slashing in America too, where you get your big paddock mower out on the back of a tractor. Slashed it down, and then yesterday the hay baler came along and they baled up 10 massive big round bales of hay off that one paddock. It's crazy. Thanks, Jez. Yeah, I like it. Unfortunately, a lot of it is camphloral trees, which are kind of pest trees. They've taken over this area, but they do still provide for glorious vistas. And I do enjoy being able to look out into bush instead of high-rise buildings or other houses, any crap like that. Calm down, Jess. You know they say a firm denial is a strong, what is it? Acceptance. The stronger you deny, the more it's true. Something like that. Well, Jez, the wood of camphor laurel is very oil. You may have heard of camphor oil before. They use it in, like you can use it for like a substitute for mothballs and stuff like that. So it burns quite well, but it burns quite quickly. The oil in it, unless you dry it out. If you dry it out for a long time before you burn it, it goes okay. It still smells nice, but it doesn't burn super long like a good hardwood will. Hardwood will. So yeah, if you're going to use camphor for a firewood, you need to have a fairly decent stock of it. But yeah, from some of the camphors, there's a massive wood pile over there of huge logs. If I took my chainsaw over there, I could have firewood for 2 winters, but you'd need a really big pile. No, that's one of my least favourite smells ever, Jess. I hate the smell of ammonia as it is, but when it's through your carpets and your couches and your hair, you can keep those people. Thou doth protest too much. That's pretty much exactly what I was trying to say, Bob, but I was trying to do too many words, I guess. I love the woods around your joint too, Bob. Very, very pretty. It's good country. What part of the country are you in, Bob? I think I might have asked you that before, but I don't remember. What's excuse my nose, it's very itchy. I need to pluck the hairs out of it. They tickle my nose. So what are you drinking, fishy beers? Are you on your yaks tonight? You seem fairly verbose, like you might have a belly full of piss. Hey, Haley's in the house. How are you, Haley? I know all the things apart from some. Southern Tennessee. I'm not super familiar with a map of the states, but Southern Tennessee, is that sort of like just south of the middle of the US and on the eastern side-ish? Or is it north of the middle-ish? Should look up a map. I like to just think that I know the locations of stuff, but occasionally I will try and prove things and learn facts. It's often fun to know the facts instead of just guessing. Guessing can be quite futile as a rule. Arkansas. Yeah, I know it's pronounced Arkansas. We have words that are not phonetically spelt as well. It'd be nice if computers were like phones and had screens on the front and back. I've got a nice little herd of cattle that have just rolled in and brought all their cattle egrets with them. Such a broad range of cattle. We've got some Charolais, we've got some Brahman. Well, these are the little, I don't know what they are, but they're like black and white mottly ones, but they only seem to be a small breed of cow. They don't get very big. It's going out again, talking too much or not enough, one of the two. What else? Who's got a question? Let's get a question up. Appalachian Mountains. Isn't that where the din the dueling banjos? That's where that came from, wasn't it? What's that movie called? Bloody hell! Classic. Burt Reynolds. Deliverance. That's right. Deliverance. Fantastic film. Imaginary cows. They've gone now. One left and gone. I wonder what they taste like. Oh, crikey. Ask the questions and then I'll get a glut of them. My channel name. Let's go there first. Bob Kaler. I was a performing musician for many years. And my stage name was Dr. Black because I always wore black. I still do, I guess. I was originally called Dr. Mike in my old workplace because I used to do things that some people deemed somewhat medical, somewhat sketchily as well. But yeah, Dr. Mike moved on to Dr. Black and it's kind of stuck. It's stuck, so I've kept it for a long time. I've been known as Blacky for quite a while as well. Video gaming, online gaming, all that kind of hoo-ha. On the cricket field, I'm called Blacky as well. And yeah, that's where it comes from. That's why it stuck. And it was available when I signed up to a Gmail account. So I took it. And the 66, I guess, comes from, death metal, evil stuff. I liked all of that evil gear when I was younger. Still do. I like my metal. Heavy metal's good. Not just not necessarily the evil Satan stuff, but the 66 just stuck. I've rolled over that one. Sorry, 44 Mag Guy. You should get a thumbnail, dude. You're just this faceless purple humanoid object. How did I get started in the hobby? Well, it was a long, long time ago, because I am quite old. Grew up when I was a small child. There was always a fish tank in the house, just, your standard community thing. Neon tetras. I cannot remember what other fish were in the tank growing up. But then after I finished high school, I moved to Sydney, one of the biggest cities in the country, and I was working in a second-hand store. And nice little 2-foot fish tank on a stand came in, and I thought, yeah, why not? I'm going to get a 2-foot fish tank. And I set it up in my little apartment at the time next to my dining table, and I put 3 Oscars and 3 crayfish in it. Never a dull moment in that tank. And as we all know, you start with 1, all of a sudden you've got a living room full of 6, and that's what happened. Got another 2-foot, then a 4-foot, and just started basically filling the house with fish tanks. Raleigh's out of here. See you, Fish Keeping Jamaica. Thanks for stopping in, man. Oh, are you still here, Raleigh? I had to ask you a question. I'll email you, man. Favorite metal band? I guess if I had to pick one, I'd probably go Lamb of God. But it's so hard just to pick one. But Lamb of God, I have more songs of theirs in my car stereo USB stick thing. Very, very dig their stuff, mostly for the drumming. The drumming always drives me batty. Love it. But, if I had to do a top 5, let's do a top 5 instead. Lamb of God, Testament. Oh, I can't even do a top 5. I'd have to do a top 27, I think. Too many good ones. Yeah, I'm going to avoid that. Might have to do a video on my favourite metal bands. Oh, did that come up? Yeah, it did. When am I getting out of the hobby? Next week. Thursday, 7 p.m. I'll be leaving the hobby for good. Yeah. Rounded Rob, thanks for stopping in. Hope I haven't missed him because I'm so far behind the chat all of a sudden. Tim G, enjoy the sun, mate. Thanks for stopping in. Rounded Rob. I'm trying to catch up. Obviously, I am a doctor. I'm not completely black. I'm just a little bit black. Primarily, Chewy, I was a guitar player, but I do consider myself a multi-instrumentalist. Obviously, being a guitar player, most of us played bass guitar as well, but I am a little bit handy on the drums. I play keyboards as well, and a little bit of trombone is always handy. You never know when you need some trombone in a mix. Scorpions, they were only huge here in the 90s when they what was that big song they had? They had a couple of songs that were big hits here, but I don't think they ever truly had that notoriety that they've got around the world, because by the time they became known here, that was like with their popular ballady stuff. So by the time they get that, then they sort of get a little bit snubbed by the heavy metal community, I guess. I mean, were they? I suppose back in the day they were considered heavy metal or metal of some sort. Everything was heavy metal back then. But yeah, when you got bands like Deicide and Slayer and Obituary that were doing very, very heavy stuff in the late 80s, and you got these other bands claiming to be heavy metal that were basically just rock and roll. I'm trying to catch up. Was that Monica asking me to sing? I don't know if I can sing. It's been a few days since I've sung. I've still got to write that the rest of that Fish Tuber Zone song. May end up skipping over some stuff. Top 50 metal bands, yeah, that would be a hell of a lot easier than trying to single out some. Righto, Fishy Biz, thanks for stopping in, man. I hope I didn't miss that because I am still a little bit behind. Jill, how are you, love? Thanks for stopping in. Hope you got your... Oh, no, you're on an oil rig. You don't have sea legs out on an oil rig, do you? Whoops. Great at rhyming, right? As in just putting words together that have a similar kind of sound. Hey, Bob. Who's that in reference to, Bob? Hi. Who are you talking to there, Bob? Who did Family Musical? Is that Chewy? Chewy does music stuff. He's always banging on about music and stuff like that. Hibernia. Sounds fierce. Sounds cold. Sounds sleepy. Sleepy, cold, and fierce. Hi there. How was your day?
That was pretty good. Why
just kind of closer to the fish tank, I guess, and to try and cover as much glare as I can.
Is there glass there?
No, this one. You want this one?
I'm gonna have to jump over that.
You can do that. Scungy's here, everyone. Say hi to Scungy.
May I?
Yes, yes. I may have to duck out and get a glass. Me. What video was it, Bob? I did with Family Musical. I'm intrigued, Bob. I'm not the like maybe a drunk one I did playing guitar in a video. I don't know how it would be considered a family musical. What have we got? 44 Mag Guy and Jester. Say hi, Scungy.
Hi, guys.
She says hi, guys, back. And Jess Shrimp Granny, she says hi as well. And Green Terra Keeper says hi. Everyone's saying hi. But yeah, whilst I keep tilting my head the wrong way and stuff because it's reversed. Posted a vid of family playing or singing. No, I don't remember. Don't think so. I'm a bit selfish like that. I only post videos of me. Fish Freak says hi as well. I'm just going to disappear for a second because my glass has been emptied and stolen, and I'm going to need a new beverage receptacle and fill it up. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll be back. That ibuprofen is pretty good stuff, isn't it? When you take a shit on it.
Can't say that's the thing that I've really much done.
Does the trick. Alrighty. Oh, crikey. I've only gone for like 2 minutes. How much stuff can you people type? You're all touch typists. You can say whatever you want, Jess, and I shall endeavour to not stop you saying crazy things. We like crazy things here. And cheers. Or as we like to say down here, up yours. No, Dan, I wanted a camera on the other side of the laptop like a phone does. So instead of having to pick the whole laptop up, I could just switch to the other camera. Oh, yeah, right. I could have just done a bit of that and everyone could have seen the chaos, couldn't they? Crikey. Wasn't thinking. Didn't think it through. Do they have a reputation on that airline just for the type of people that travel on that airline to do stupid things, or does something happen in their air conditioning system that, you know, makes them do silly things? Like putting those airborne psychedelics. Monica says hi. She also says that I lit up when I saw you.
Of course you did.
I think I did. Aquamate is in the house. How's your holiday, bro? Aquamate's on brief hiatus up in North Queensland, swimming in the Great Barrier Reef with all the fishes. Someone's got to lead, Jess. If you lead, others will follow. Nearly caught up. Boozy lunch. They're the best kinds, especially when you're on holiday. You can have a little boozy lunch, 7 or 8 beers, quick afternoon nap at 4, and then start all again and have a boozy dinner. Chewy name dropping again. We like it. It's always good. Yeah, well, I tried introduction music moniker, and it didn't seem to work. But yeah, you know, intermission music would have been okay. I should get the old record player out and sit it on the table beside the computer and play an album. There is some, hang on, let me put that up. Jill, there is, I don't know about a lot, because the Great Barrier Reef is a massive, massive area of the Queensland coast. There are certainly sections of it that are being affected by coral bleaching. But as we have learnt more about coral bleaching, and a little bit goes, you know, where more people are getting into the environmental sciences and stuff like that, we're trying to prevent a lot more of that happening. And some of the places that have been decimated by coral bleaching are going through periods of regrowth and coming back. Aquamate's up there now. He's probably knows a little bit more about it than me, but he's probably also, you know, trying to neck a few beers and not necessarily type too much. Monica, it's only 1:05 in the afternoon here. If I start sculling now, I won't be able to go out for dinner tonight, will I? If that's a thing. Already a little bit tiddly. Play this, Basement Jacks. Where's your head at? What are you doing selling instruments, Jez? I never sold one of my instruments. Not even my first old shitty 1970s synthesizer keyboard kind of thing. It's still in my old bedroom. But yeah, I've still got all of my old guitars, all of my basses. Still got my double kick drum pedal, just no drums because I never owned any drums, just the double kick pedal. But you know, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Shelby Ray in the house. How are you, Shelby? And Cichlids 23, CT3. How are you, my brother? I hope you got a beverage, C23. I don't call it have a beverage with Blacky for nothing. Nothing wrong with going back to school, Jill. And nothing wrong with telling us what's going on. You know, gives us something to talk about. We can't be bored the entire chat. I always say, if you're not learning every day, something's wrong. Hang on. All right. Sorry about that. Can you, when you walk past slowly?
Oh, why?
Because Jess said she likes your dress. Very pretty blue.
Oh. That is pretty. How do I do it?
How's that, Jess?
But luckily it didn't smash in many pieces.
That is quite lucky. You got all your bits. Righto. That's brilliant. Because all of the broken glass that I've had to clean up in the last few weeks has been shattered into a million pieces. So
It may be because it had it was full of water.
Full of liquid with a lid on.
Yeah.
Yes, that will do it. That will always help. I think I did, Jess. Did I tell you that Jess Shrimp Granny loves your dress? She said, please tell you that she loves your dress. She says, thanks, Jess. So pretty, just the right amount of pattern. Yes, too much pattern can be a bad thing.
I love it too. But how's my shoe? Well, it's not on the camera.
Hang on, how do I take messages off my screen?
Probably no one wants to see my shoe, but this is the last time I'll be wearing it.
Really?
You can see my socks inside it.
You gotta just hold it up a little bit above the where that is, because I don't know. Scungy wants to show you her shoe too, Jess. This is the kind of quality shoe you get in the bush. Got socks poking out the holes, hole in the sole. But you know, apart from that, it's quite a lovely shoe.
No. It's very distracting and self-centered.
Oh, that's very nice.
Don't do that.
Scungy's just come back from what do you call it? A life drawing thing class. Not a class, because she already knows how to do it. She's already very good at it. Session, a life drawing session. Any experienced what's this called? StreamYard users know how I remove a message from the screen. Don't worry, worked it out. Thank you. Thanks for all the input there, guys. Now I've got to try and catch up. Cool, very cool. It wasn't, Jess, are you talking about Scungy's shoe? You spelt it Scunchy now. I'm saying it's Scunchy. Well, that's very good too. I like the thick lineage. They weren't heels. It's just like a pair of boots. Crikey.
Don't wear heels.
She don't wear heels either. Yeah, you gotta put that pothos in your tank. I've got it in every tank, plus a few other little types of plants that I've found work well. Some philodendrons and some what was that plant on Aquamate's Mrs.'s Instagram? I think I've worn heels more than Scungy has, Jess. Yerba mate.
It's not yerba mate.
Marty, is it? Yerba mate. I'm an Australian. I just read mate as mate. Monica, that's all. She don't drink alcohol. She drinks green tea or yerba mate.
I drank a turmeric latte for breakfast and
Turmeric lattes will make the tongue go yellowy orange. It'll just clearly you're cut from a similar cloth as Scungy because she does not do heels, mostly boots. Actually, I've only ever seen her in boots and bare feet.
yes.
So yeah, she's
They are
like
the only kinds.
like me, apart from. Hang on. I do these ones.
Oh, well.
I call them my rubber slippers. They're not Crocs. They're actually Birkenstocks. They're chef shoes, but I'm not a chef. I'm not a chef.
Today.
Not a chef, not a doctor. Right.
I just found it.
Nice. Can I show you them? Because they're of me, are they not?
They are of you.
How do you find your
Like just drunk drawings.
How do you find the people you follow on Instagram? And do you know what Aquamate's missus is called? Something
She's
about
called Peppy Plants.
Peppy Plants. That's right.
I followed her at his request. But, you know.
Thanks, Jez. Thanks for stopping in, man. Everyone should have a goldfish in their freezer, Jill. No doubt. A hole in your soul, Jez, or in your soul?
I got one in both.
Scungy's got one in both, her soul and her soul. Peppy plant, that one. Because she had the peperomia. Whoever was talking about the pothos before, I like using. I'm typing it in as well. Peperomia as well is a nice one to dangle the stem into the water and it'll
Does that
develop
mean it will
roots.
grow in my jars?
Yes. Yes, they
I want more jar plants.
and there's so many different types of them. I've got
My cat can't poop in them.
a little tiny peperomia at the moment in one of my tanks. Actually two, because I've got it up here as well under the hood. It goes under the LEDs. So yeah, I use pothos or devil's ivy, some different types of philodendrons, and the peperomias. Very very pretty as well, and all tolerate low light. So if they aren't getting maximum light from your from sunlight or anything like that, they'll still grow. So you look familiar? Can't work out how this paper goes.
Goes all the way.
All the ways, of course. These guys. I'm still working out these angles and stuff. Clove oil works good on any fish. Bad hair day. Bad air day. Oops, the wrong way again. I'm still trying to work out these angles. Yeah, that's, I think, Dan Slee made a comment about the you've had enough comment on the bottom. I think, yeah, Dan, I think I had been drinking the day I was being drawn.
As I had been drinking.
I think, yeah, I think we've both been drinking considerably. No, not homemade paper, Jess, but handmade paper.
Handmade cotton rag paper, and it's beautiful.
Handmade cotton rag paper, and it is fantastic to draw on or paint on. It is wonderful stuff. What's your have you started your separate Instagram for your drawing yet?
No, I haven't.
So your drawings only on your
There's a couple of drawings on the main one, and most of my drawings on the Sponge Princess one, that's private.
I'm going to, I'm just going to write, if anyone is interested in checking out Scungy's gear, is it an underscore?
What, on that one?
Textural Dream.
Yeah, it does, but I don't like it.
Textural Dreams.
Guess so.
With an underscore.
I think so. Can't remember. I can look for you if you like. Will that help?
If anyone wants to check out, she's got some absolutely fantastic artwork on her Instagram, Textural Dreams.
Don't.
Definitely, please check it out. Follow, share, all of that stuff, because she is trying to become a professional illustrator and get work illustrating novels and novels.
I would not put it that way at all.
Whatever publicity and stuff she can get, I'd appreciate it.
Redo it, and then you can promote it when I redo it.
Well, yeah, if you jump, thanks Dan, nice one, and Jess, I recommend lots of people jump on. It's definitely not the style of art that you see every day. It's very very, very, very individual, and you just don't see that sort of stuff. Was it? It is now.
It doesn't have a dot. Oh, mine doesn't have a dot. They're dotless ones. That's why I didn't think it was mine. You can have it.
Yeah, very, very unique. That's the word I was after the whole time. A unique style of arty kind of bizzo. And she makes jewelry and other things as well. If you shuffle through, if you check out the jewelry. I reckon, Jess, you might like a necklace or 7. How has my live stream become a advertorial? It's because I love my girl's work. I think she's a fantastically talented girl. And she likes turkey soda. Woohoo! I skipped over your comment before, Monica, about biker boots. That you like biker boots. At the foot of my bed. Nice one. I see what you did there. I didn't think you had any hair left, Chewy. You've got hair left? Those drawings were done by Scungy. If you go back up in the chat, Monica, I put in her Instagram, and you can check out her Instagram for all of her well, not all of it, but a bunch of her different artwork and jewelry and vulvas.
There are vulvas there.
Embroidered vulvas. Whoops. Look, here's one from today. This is ink on handmade paper. Is it just ink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice lines. And this is from a life drawing class. So you know, where you have a nude human model. And that's, you know, that's the kind of inspiration that Scungy draws from a nude human model. Which is, you know, most people you get in those classes are drawing human shapes and stuff, but Scungy goes above and beyond and sees what's really there. But anyway, I might
hairspray, baby?
No, I do not. Mum might. You could ask her.
Ask her?
You could ask her.
I'm not going to ask anyone anything.
So yeah, I believe someone can confirm for me, please, that Pam might be doing a live at in about 11 minutes, I think. Are you going to buy one, Jess? Only one. You better buy 2 or 3 so we can make shipping worthwhile, Jess. Jess wants to buy one already. Just tickling through your Instagram while we're chalking it up here. Just under 10 minutes. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Well, I definitely don't want to
make her a shrimp necklace if she likes.
Oh, Jess, did you hear that? Scungy said she'll make you a shrimp necklace. She do likes. But if you buy one first and then we'll work on the custom jewelry. I don't want to. What are you putting links up to, Chewy? Jess wants 2 dragon necklaces. Just because shrimp's in her name doesn't mean she's just all about the shrimps. She's all about the fire breathers, the mouth breathers. I don't actually have the jewelry here, Monica. If you want to see the jewelry, you'll have to go to Textural Dreams on Instagram. I did put the thing, I'll type it in again so you don't have to scroll up. Textural_dreams. Check it out on Instagram. There's lots of good stuff there, lots of different variety as well, different materials that she works with. She does polymer clay, beads. This one, hang on, I didn't even promote this one. Here's it. Nice one. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but it's a, what's the stone called?
It's black quartz.
Black quartz and a macrame style necklace. Yeah, it's like just string that's all knotted up. I used to just be a gangster and wear a chain, and now I wear macrame around my neck. Yeah, Dan, I've done that a couple of times in my lifetime, but not up. I went from here twice. I've been southwest to a place called Lightning Ridge. where there's lots of opal mining goes on. I'm not sure how busy it is nowadays because it's probably been a good 20 years or more since I've been there. Just Monica, a couple of links up. I mean, what do you call them? Comments up. Textural Dreams. Check it out. Yeah, Lightning Ridge. Like I say, I'm not sure if there's still a lot of activity goes on there, but that used to be where everyone went go and camp there for the weekend. And thanks, Bob. No, I haven't been to Alice Springs, Chewy. I've not. The furthest west I've been is to Melbourne. I've not travelled this whole country. It's a rather large country and hard to traverse. Probably should have closed that one ages ago, shouldn't I? Sorry about that. Yeah, I've been as far south as Melbourne, as far north as Innisfail, Cairns. Which one's further north? Innisfail's 80 k's north of Cairns, and as far east as Byron Bay, which is like just over there. I am very close to the most easterly point of mainland Australia. But anyway, I'm waffling on now. I'm trying to get out of here so I don't cut into Punchy's time. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for stopping by, especially quite a few of you have been here from go and lasted the whole way through. Super appreciate that. I will pass that on, Jess. No doubt she'll get that notification. Thank you, Dan, for your time involved. Appreciate you stopping in. And Chewy, always good to have you on board. I was a bit disappointed you didn't ask 75 questions today. Who else? Who was it last week? The Singapore guy. Where was his questions today? Thanks, Candy. Thanks for being involved. Cichlids 23. Everyone else, signing off. Possibly see you in a Pam stream. Thanks, Fish Freak. See you on Insta. Bobby Bob. No, is she doing StreamYard as well? Is she struggling with StreamYard? Oh, Jesus, Monica. Textural_dreams. Bob's has typed it in there. Textural Dreams. Check it out. Very worthwhile. Lots of good stuff. I think once you mention those biker boots at the bottom of your bed, I think your mind's been all over the place, love. Shelby, thanks for stopping in. Everyone else, like I said, again, thank you very much for making this a thing. On Sunday, our time, Saturday night, we're going to try and do the Dr. Thirsty Mate stream. Aquamate may be in North Queensland, but we're still going to try and make it happen. So check that out on Saturday night. And then Wednesday or Tuesday night, your time, we'll be back here again. Let's rinse and repeat and do it all again. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Mwah.